everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Meg and today I'm doing a chit chat get ready with me and I have a really big announcement. Okay, my really big announcement is we bought a house. We bought a house, we are homeowners, we are closed, it is a done deal. I feel like I can finally say it now without worrying about something happening. But yes, I am super excited. So that is one of the things that I'm covering in this video. As usual, I jump around to a bunch of different topics. So without further ado, let's get into the get ready with me. I am so freaking excited. We bought a house. I can't believe it. I'm still in disbelief. Like, I feel like it still hasn't fully hit me yet. I'm sure it will once like we actually have the keys and like we're moving in. But yeah, I'm so excited. So today I wanted to do a little chit chat, get ready with me talking about this because it is so freaking major and exciting. I just can't believe we're finally here. I'm a little disoriented because I haven't fully unpacked from a little trip that we took, so I'm a little all over the place, but that's not really out of the norm for this video. So today I'm gonna go for like kind of like a subtle smoky eye. I use the Urban Decay eye potion, so my eyes are already prepped and ready to go. I'm just gonna be dipping into mostly the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. This is still like years later one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And I think I'm going to take the color HOE from the Alyssa Edwards and ABH collab because it's pretty cool tone. So I think I'm going to dip into this. And I might also end up using the shade above it, Inspire, the gold shade. This is also a really good palette to have. So let's get into it. Where do I even begin? So I guess I'll like talk about the trip that we took first really fast. So Joe and I were originally like months ago, we had the very high hopes that the panini would be fully pressed and done, or almost done, or you know, chilling a little bit more, but it wasn't. So months and months ago, we originally made plans to go to Vegas. We live nearby. It's just an easy trip to take. We go during the week, so it's pretty inexpensive as well. And we always have fun going. Like, we just love going to Vegas. We go like once or twice a year. So yeah, we're like, maybe we can finally take a trip. I really wanted to go see the RuPaul, residency. That's the word I'm looking for, that they had there. Like, I wanted, like, as soon as they announced it, I was like, we're going because I need to see this show. Like, we have to go and see it. And that's mostly because I'm obsessed with Cameron Michaels and I have the biggest crush on her, like in and out of drag. Like, I'm obsessed. So now I'm moving on to the House of Edwards color. We're gonna slowly start to build her up. But yeah, we were supposed to go to Vegas and supposed to see the show. And then, you know, as astrologers have been predicting, because I like to live in a state of denial, but as astrologers have been predicting, things got worse. So we were just like, we probably shouldn't travel to Vegas where it's a lot of people. If you've never been to Vegas, like, people are packed in like sardines on the sidewalks, inside the casinos. It's a little bit more spread out, but like, we just weren't comfortable being around that many people and knowing that it's a very popular travel destination. So a lot of people that are on the strip don't really live there. So they're traveling there from who knows where, who knows, you know, if they are positive with COVID, if they're vaccinated. Like, it was just too much. So we were like, we probably shouldn't do this trip. Which is really sad because I really wanted to see the show with the queens that are currently headlining it. I don't really know what the future is for that. I know when it first came out, they planned on rotating queens, which I think they'll still end up doing, but I just really wanted to see this first cast. So anyway, that didn't happen. So we're like, what should we do? Like, it's been almost 2 years that I've mostly been in this house. My husband works outside of the house, so he gets to leave a little bit more than I do. So we were like, we just need a getaway. We were talking about if we should go somewhere local, like what we should do. And then my husband brought up the idea of going back home so we could get a visit in with my parents and just stay there for a week. We know we won't be around a lot of people. And we know like flying is safe because we know what measures are being taken to clean the planes because my husband works in the aviation industry. So we felt safe and comfortable on the airplane. I think like the biggest concern, and I even read in an article, is standing in like the security lines and if you're touching a bunch of stuff in the terminal. Like that's where it can be a little like, oop. We just decided to be tourists in our hometown. So we did, we went home. We went home for a week, and I'm originally from northeastern Ohio. And if you know anything about Lake Erie or the area up there, there are islands off of the lake. So we took 3 days to go up to the island. It was, you know, right when school started. So there were no families, no children around. The island was very much empty, and it was just so serene and nice to just like get away and just relax because this house hunting business is so stressful, especially in the 2021 market. Like, it's a lot. So anyway, we got some much needed R&R. Now we're back in town. We're closing on our house. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe that we are homeowners. Like, what the hell? It's so just wild. Like, I can't believe like how privileged, like obviously I'm so privileged to be able to be a homeowner, and so is my husband, and we worked so hard. We've been saving for this like since we got together 7 years ago. It's always been the ultimate goal. I think for me, what I'm looking forward to is just like a sense of like security and stability, because we have moved a lot. We moved 3 times in 1 year. So to know like this is our permanent spot, we're not gonna have to worry about rent going up. We're not gonna have to worry about, you know, right now we're renting a house. We're not gonna have to worry about the constant stress of, is the owner gonna wanna sell the house? Is the owner gonna like raise rent to an extreme price? Because they did raise it quite a bit when we renewed our lease, and it was just getting to a point where it's like we can't really afford anything. Like, it's so expensive living in the Phoenix area, it's ridiculous. So back to the Francation palette. So anyway, we certainly did not anticipate this process being the way it is. No one anticipated the housing market and there being a housing crisis. Like, no one anticipated this. So, you know, we finally felt like we were in a position to be able to afford a house. We had a decent amount in our savings for a down payment. We're like, okay, like let's get ready. And then the pandemic happened. So that got delayed. And then it was just very stressful of like, when should we start the process? Like, what is going on? Housing prices are skyrocketing. Can we even afford to buy a house anymore? Like, it's getting to a point where we couldn't afford to buy a home in this area. Like, I don't know, man. Something has got to give, but I don't want to get into those issues in this video. That is not what this video is. So we finally decided like midsummer, we're like, okay, like at the end of summer is when we should start looking for houses. And I have a series coming out. This is like the kickoff of the series. I talk about the whole house buying process because I feel like so many people are just like, yeah, like we got approved, pre-approved for a loan, and then we looked at houses, and then now we live in our house. And no one really talks about like what happens. I wasn't familiar with a lot of the terminology like appraisals and like different loan rates and all this other stuff. So I thought it would be helpful if I made videos talking about those things. So if you're someone that's also in the process or going to be in the process in the future, I thought it could just be like a helpful video just to be circulating out there, because I didn't know what anything was. It's very overwhelming. So I have those videos coming out, and I also filmed, I think, like 4 different house hunting videos because I love watching house hunters on HGTV. I haven't watched it in years, but I used to love that. And I love watching apartment tours and house tours here on YouTube. So I was like, oh, it'd be so fun to like make videos of some of the houses we looked at. So I have 4 because, you guys, we looked at over 60 houses. Sometimes I'm amazed that there were even 60 houses for us to even look at, but yeah, this was like about, we were looking 3 days a week for an entire month before we got our house. And it's not to say like, oh, we were being super picky or whatever. It's just hard right now because inventory is really low. And this is like a moment that you've been waiting for your whole life. You've been, you know, you have something envisioned in your head. And when you can't afford that anymore because of the housing market, it's just like a lot to take in and process. But also we put several offers in. Like there were 5 houses total that we wanted to put offers on, and I go over that in the videos as well, so I'm not going to get super into it here. So it's not just like, oh, we looked at 60 houses and finally found this one and got it. Like, no, it was a whole thing. Like the first house you put an offer on and you find out you don't get it, it's like a punch to the gut. It's a lot. Like, you know, you go through a bunch of different processes of, are we ever gonna find something? Like, I just want to give up. So it's just a lot. It's a whole big process. So now I'm gonna work on getting like a little bit of a smoky wing out. So I'm gonna map that out. I like using this really skinny brush. You can't even see it because I just like want to make sure that it's even before I fully lock it in, you know? So there is the start of my wing. I'm gonna work on smoking out the lash line, and I'll probably do my foundation off camera as well. If you want a more like in-depth at me doing wing liner with eyeshadow, let me know in the comments. But for now, BRB. All right, we are back. We are back and the brows are filled. Please don't sue me, Manny. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like it's boring to like watch people put foundation on. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know like what your favorite part of like a get ready with me, if you're like watching, like what's your favorite part of the makeup to watch. Let me know in the comments. So I'm going to be using what's left of this Rare Beauty Bliss cream blush. I've really been liking it and I need recommendations from you guys. So for foundation, I used the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I love it. It's sheer coverage. It's dewy. It just definitely brightens. It's making me look very ghostly and pale because I think I have like the lightest shade in it, and like I'm not quite that pale, but that has been my holy grail foundation throughout the panini. And as much as I love it, I'm like, I want to try something new. It doesn't necessarily have to be drugstore. So let me know. And also, what do you guys love for cream blush? Because this is the first time that I tried cream blush. And since I've bought this, cream products have kind of exploded out in the industry. I really do like it though, but again, like I'm a makeup channel, right? Like I love trying different products. So let me know, like, please, what is your favorite cream blush? And also, if you have a recommendation for a cream contour, I was using the ABH cream contour kit for the longest time. I really loved it. I found mine at, I want to say it was TJ Maxx or Marshall's, is one of the two. And I've looked at a couple different ones and they don't have it there anymore, which is sad because I think it was only like $11 or something over at TJ Maxx. So I think originally it's like $44 or something like that. So yeah, let me know, what are your recommendations? I'm not trying to pay like $70 for a product though. So I guess I'm looking for mid-tier recommendations for foundation, cream blush, cream contour, or if you really have a good drugstore recommendation for the three, let me know, let a hoe know. So yeah, this little guy is about to run out. I really did love this cream blush formula. You just have to blend it right away though, or else it will set into place. I did not enjoy the liquid highlighter from the Rare Beauty line though. I don't love it. Anyway, So yeah, we have a house. That was the announcement for this video. The owner is wanting to lease back for a month, so I kind of feel like we're trudging through molasses right now, is like how I describe it, because it's like a bunch of waiting around for nothing to happen, kind of. Because we closed on the house, and instead of being able to get the keys and start doing some renovations, we have to wait a full 30 days. So it's kind of like this awkward, like, we need people coming in for measurements. Like, I don't know, like, we have to be, I hate saying it, a landlord. Oh, I hate landlords. But basically that's what we have to act as for 30 days while the guy is like renting the house back from us. It's weird. I don't know. I don't really like it. But yeah, because like we have some repairs that need to be made, because I'll get into it in one of my other videos. But basically when you get the inspection done, you can ask the current owner, like, hey, this is what's wrong with your house. Are you gonna fix it? Or like, so the owner, instead of fixing the things in the house, just wanted to give us cash. And because of the market that we're in, and we don't really have that much of a say in anything, we kind of had to be like, okay, I guess. But now it's like, we want to fix these things before we move in, buddy. So anyway, we are doing some minor renovating to the house. We are tearing out all of the flooring except for the tile in the bathrooms. That can stay for now. Because unfortunately the house has a lot of pee stains everywhere. So yeah, flooring has completely got to go. So we're getting new flooring in, which it's funny because when we started this process, I was like, I don't want any projects. I want to turn the key and just be able to dump my furniture in and like call it a day. Joe and I are not like house crafty DIY people. So yeah, I really wasn't looking for like a project house, but you know what? If it's the right house, you don't mind doing some of the projects. My skin is like, I don't understand what's going on. Because I love this foundation, it's really dewy, but it's looking so dry on my skin. I'm like, why is my skin looking so dry? Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm wondering if it's because last week I was in a very humid climate and now I'm back in a very dry climate, so my skin is confused. But yeah, yikes. Anyway, I need to add some more color and life back to my face. So I'm going to use my NARS bronzer, Laguna bronzer. So yeah, we do have some minor renovations that we're going to do, and I do plan on filming the transformations. I also plan on filming like decorating videos. So if you like those kind of house videos, subscribe for sure, because they're definitely going to be coming. I'll still be putting out makeup content, but the next several videos are obviously going to be house focused. So that's what's going on with the channel. Obviously, we're gonna be like painting the house, so I'm like very excited because being a renter, I couldn't be bothered to paint and then paint back like after I move out. So like I'm very excited and a little overwhelmed to pick my own paint colors. I know I want to do like a dark, like emerald, forest green, like maybe even like some slight like blue tones in it, like very like green, blue, jewel tone accent walls in like the front room of the house. But then I'm like, do I carry this out to other areas of the house? Like, what do I do? What neutral color goes good with this? Is it gonna look good with the floor? Like, that's where I'm panicking. So luckily my cousin is helping me a lot with it. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along. Eventually we're gonna reno the kitchen, we're gonna reno both of the bathrooms, but you know, that costs money. So the flooring and painting is precedence, and then the kitchen will be the next project, probably a couple years down the line, and eventually we'll get to the bathrooms. I like can't get over how freaking pale I am looking on the monitor. I kind of feel like a clown with my bronzer and blush. Like my skin makeup is not looking good because like my skin is not looking good. I don't even think I really need powder blush, but I'm going to take a little bit from the Moon Prism palette by Lunar Beauty. I'm going to use the lightest shade in there, Pink Moon, just for a little like, But yes, one of my favorite things about the house is that it's wild. Like I never thought, like I always thought it'd be super cool to have this kind of property. I just never thought it would be like attainable for us. But we ended up getting like a waterfront property. Like I'm so excited. Like I just feel like we got really, really lucky with this house. I feel like everything, you know, I manifested for it. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I have a video on my other channel about manifesting, so be sure to check it out. I will have the link down below, and of course it'll be floating around throughout the video. But I manifested my little heart out for this house, but it's still wild when it's actually like yours. And then it's funny because we did put 2 actual other offers in. There were 2 more we wanted to put offers in, but because the price, like the bidding had already gone way up and above what we would be able to do, we were like, all right, well, I guess there's no point in that. So the 2 other houses we put actual offers in. It sucked when we didn't get it, but it's like, it's because this house was waiting for us. Like that's what I'm telling myself anyway. But it's a waterfront property. Like I'll insert a little clip right here so you can like get a feel for what it looks like. But like it's a waterfront property in the desert. Like I'm shook. It doesn't even look like Arizona. I am so freaking excited. I feel like I'm going to be so much more motivated to like meditate and do yoga because I'll want to do it outside. And we're moving in the winter for Arizona, which is really like sweater weather. So it'll be nice and cool and like perfect to be outside to do that. So I really like, I'm truly so excited. I can't wait until we get the renovation done and we're actually able to move stuff in. All I'm going to do now is add some Boreal gel, and I still am loving the ABH Brow Freeze. I think it's amazing. It works really well. I have really stubborn, coarse brow hairs, so I love this product. It's like soap brow without the annoyance, and it's like a little bit cleaner. So I'm just gonna run this through my brows, add mascara, and then I will be back to wrap the video up. Okie doke. So feeling a little less dry in the face thanks to setting spray. So I'm just gonna do my lips really fast, and that's really all that's left to do. But normally in these get ready videos, I ask you guys like what shows you're watching, like what are you enjoying? So let me know in the comments down below. I'm filming this in September, and I feel like this is gonna go up closer to the beginning of October. And I think I actually might be releasing Halloween tutorials that I filmed over the last year that I just like didn't have the energy to put together and edit and upload. So I think those are gonna be coming, so subscribe for that if you're still here watching and you love Halloween tutorials. I like doing skulls. So anyway, I just started What We Do in the Shadows. If you're not watching, I really think you should. What We Do in the Shadows, everyone describes it as like a vampire version of The Office, and that's kind of like the best way to describe it. It's like a docu-series about vampires and like this, their human familiar that wants to be turned into a vampire. So if you haven't checked it out, it's on Hulu. They also play it on FX. So let me know, like, what are you guys, like, what are you thinking of the season so far? I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I still have to watch the most recent episode, so it's very new, but I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to see what they do with this season. What's another thing? The morning show, right? On Apple TV. Like, I hate all these subscription services. It's like, can I just like pay a flat out fee, like and just have all of them? But yeah, Apple TV doesn't really have a whole lot, so I pretty much just like got it to watch the morning show, because if you give me something with Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, like, I'm sold. Like, take my money, please. So I literally signed up for Apple TV for that. I never really found anything else appealing on Apple TV. I know everybody's talking about Ted Lasso, but I just like don't know if I have the energy for it. So anyways, now that the morning show's coming back on, I'm gonna like renew my subscription to watch the morning show and then probably cancel it again. But anyways, can we talk about how in the first season, you might want to fast forward like 20 seconds if you haven't seen the first season yet and you don't want spoilers. But it's not really a spoiler though. It's just crazy, like how they ended last season predicting coronavirus. Like, I I feel like no one was talking about that. Like, it was just wild. Like, literally, I was so far behind on watching it too, because I think I wanted to wait till all the episodes were up so I could just like binge watch it. Can you tell that my coffee kicked in and I'm trying not to make the end of this video like another 10 minutes, so I'm talking really fast. But yeah, I waited I waited until like December of last year to watch the morning show, and it literally ends with a cruise ship of like a virus on a cruise ship full of people, and these people are like trapped on this cruise ship, like literally. And like the news of that happening, I think broke out like a week later after I finished that episode, or like right when it happened, and I was just like horrified. Anyway, I really like the morning show. I can't wait to see what they do with this new season. So like, what else are you guys watching? I feel like I was gonna say something about spooky season, but I don't know what that was anymore. Normally I don't go to the trouble of doing my lips if I'm just hanging out in my house, which I usually am, but I'm filming another video, so I was like, why not? If you're curious, I use the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Liner in the shade Suede, and this is the Nude Stick Lip Pencil in the shade Whisper, and that is going to call a day for today's makeup, my big announcement that I'm a homeowner. I can't still really believe it. Final thoughts, what are they? I can't really think of anything else. Oh, if you guys would like a house tour of the place that we're living in now, let me know. I like filming them after I'm moving out of a place, so I'm paranoid. So I'm a little bit nervous about sharing the new house with you guys, but I think I'll be able to share it in a way, because I know it's such a generic design. Like, so many neighborhoods where I live have this specific house design. I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, let me know if you'd like a house tour of the place that I'm in now. Maybe I'll do it. So yeah, let me know what else you have for video requests in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're into the house stuff, because that is all rolling out every single week. There will be a new house video for like, I think I have like 7 videos, honestly, like the next 2 months. It's gonna be a lot of house stuff. Still gonna be putting the makeup out, still gonna be doing the Halloween tutorials, so let me know what else you would like to see beauty-wise. I look forward to reading your recommendations down in the comments. And be sure to check out my other channel, Moon Magic Spirit, where I talk about manifesting, astrology, crystals, and tarot. Anyways, that is it. That is going to wrap it up. I need to finish this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.